Alright folks, welcome back to the road to Gehenna. We have one puzzle remaining in this area and all 4 stars still. I'm still not quite sure where that puzzle is. I guess this sign is telling me. Do you mean down there? Or is it just around the edge and I haven't seen it? It's possible. I think that's the path up to that one, which I've done. I can't actually quite remember which puzzles I did last time. What were they? Let's remind ourselves. Well, I guess there's a sign here that's now pointing that way. I think this is implying it is in there. Oh yeah, and I had a thought that, okay, so there's another star. Wait, aren't there 3 stars in this area then? Holy moly. So yeah, I think it must be down there somewhere. We'll figure that out in a second. Let me just remind myself what puzzles we did last time. Oh yeah, okay, I remember this. Okay, cool. Alright, what's up here? Oh, there's a little thing to read. I know not whether laws be right or whether laws be wrong, all that we know who lie in Gaol is that the wall is strong, and that each day is like a year whose days are long. Sure, that's some quote from something that I don't know how to pronounce. This looks suspiciously climbable. Huh. Huh? Ooh. Is that a floppy disk? I think that was a floppy disk. I was expecting to see it in more detail when I clicked it, but no, it just disappeared. Okay. Where can I use a floppy disk? At the terminal? That's another thing as well, is that I've learned that... So, last time I was confused because they mentioned a vote that I didn't see. Turns out it's possible to miss stuff. Like, this is... It's not live, but... Like, as I do puzzles, I think this moves on in time, and that can mean things can disappear, which is slightly odd. Typically in a bulletin boards, things would hang around, right? Even if it was like, even if there was a vote, it would be there, but like closed or whatever. At least that's my usual expectation. So we might want to like try and catch up with the ones that we can catch up with, I guess. So let's do a little bit of reading. Oh yeah, so that's that one. Okay, that we cannot read yet. Is that one? I thought, wasn't that a different one? No, maybe that was that one. Okay. A Dream of Aru. Is this because the blacksmith is the one who won, right? The vote. Let's read it first. Okay. So it's an interactive thing. We could look at the credits first. Written by the blacksmith, inspired by the book of the scribe of Osiris. Create a system or be enslaved by another man's. The last thing you remember is the great block of stone falling towards you, its dark shape blotting out the sun, and a single thought racing through your mind. All this just to build a tomb. But now the pyramid is gone, and so are the other slaves. You are all alone in what appears to be an endless desert. Start walking. You start walking across the desert. The sun is glaring, but you feel no heat. You look down at your feet and you see that you have no shadow. The latter is particularly disquieting. You feel as if you were no longer anchored to the world. Keep walking. You keep walking, trying not to think about the strangeness of your situation, but the truth comes to you anyway. You are dead. The stone block crushed you, and now you are in the duet, trying to reunite your bar and your car, trying to get to Aru, the reed fields of Osiris. If you fail, your soul will be destroyed. There was stuff related to this in the base game as well, wasn't there? Walk towards paradise. After walking for a very long time, you come across a vast wall of iron stretching from horizon to horizon. There is only one opening, a gleaming gate of light. You'd see it from quite far away, right? I guess because how tall it was. The gate is guarded by a mysterious figure. But yeah, it's going from horizon to horizon. What does that even mean? Isn't there just one continuous horizon that circles around you? Anyway, approach. The Guardian is a creature with the body of a man and the head of a crocodile. Its skin is purest black, surrounded by a halo of purest white. I am the god Sobel, master of crocodiles, it intones. I ruled in Shedet when the world was young. Within me flows the eternal river. Answer my riddle and I shall let you pass. Sure. Tell me then, mortal, what crawls in the morning, walks at noon, and limps in the night? This is the whole thing about humans aging, right? It's like, as a baby they crawl. A solar-powered robot. I mean... yeah, also. Okay. I can't want to say that for fun, because it kind of makes sense. Correct, you may pass, says the crocodilian guard and steps aside. The barrier of light fades and the gate is now open to you. Step through. As you step through the gate, the ancient god raises his hands to the sky. From his mouth bursts forth the eternal river, drenching the land in water. The waves carry you away. Let the water take me. We're just gonna go with it. You let go of fear and accept that this is God's way of guiding you to a new land. The water surrounds you, overwhelms you, but you do not drown. Under the water you see sights of astonishing beauty. Glowing fish with metal eyes, drowned cities full of smiling people, lost gods waiting for the day of awakening. How sad it would have been to stay above water and miss all this. After a long time you find yourself washed up on a new shore. Is it interesting to think what we'd be seeing if we'd said the other option? Because it could equally say the same thing, right? Like, how sad it would have been to go below the water and miss all this. Look around. The eternal river has brought life to the desert. Everything is green now. Palm trees sprout from the ground, casting pleasant shade on the grass. Lizards come crawling in from the desert, eager to catch the varicolored dragonflies that buzz about. A soft wind blows from the west. Start walking. You sure you don't want to rest? You are very tired. Continue the journey? You walk along the banks of the eternal river, snaking its way through the endless desert. You are strangely at peace. After some time, as the sun is setting, you come to a city built on the riverbank. Smiling people come out to greet you and bid you welcome. You are led to the town square where a great feast is prepared. There is roasted fish and olives and dates and honey and many other wonderful delicacies. I'm gonna go with the approach of I'll just let things happen. Just enjoy the feast, don't question anything. You truly enjoy the feast without greed, without shame, as only the dead can. Then you fall into a deep slumber in which you dream of the stars. When you awaken, the city has vanished. In the distance across the desert, you see the pyramid of Ian. Or Iron, I guess, maybe? Which is the gate to Aru. Head towards the pyramid. You keep walking through the desert, unwilling to give up hope. Time passes, but you cannot tell how much. You grow weak and exhausted. Sometimes you feel as if you're losing your grip. One day you come across a head in the sand. Well, okay. Kick head. You kick the strange head in the face. It makes you feel a lot better. Continue your journey. You come across another great wall of iron, the last one separating you from the pyramid of Ian. I'm going to say that because saying Ian sounds strange. I just imagine a middle-aged man. Where your soul will be judged. The gate of light is guarded by a gigantic snake whose movements cause the earth to shudder. I am Apophis, it says, the eater of souls. One day I shall devour the sun and all the world shall be mine, but today I shall devour you and you shall become nothing. I'm going to do it. Surrender. You accept your fate. The snake's jaws close around you, crushing you, tearing you apart. This is not a quick end. Oh. No, we're not going to try again. Let's have a look at what people said. Oh wow, new blacksmith experience. Exciting. I wish I could get you to answer some questions about your work. This is so full of evocative scenes. This is interesting because this will be one of the writers of this game writing about their own writing. Love it, you are the best. I wish I could do a fraction of what you can. Enjoyment equals true. Gotta agree with Sam there. What a trip. I'm going to play this again. Has some weird references to previous works that are not entirely appropriate. Still excellent. 7 out of 10. You're a genius. Are you sure you don't want to participate in forum discussions? Gehenna could use more of your thoughts. +1. Is there a hidden meaning? Deeply impressed once again. Can't wait for the next one. Made me lol. Okay. I wonder what makes me, what happens that's so funny. So I can't read that yet. Upload file. Confirm upload. What is SAM text? Oh, is this the floppy disk I found? Or is this something else? "401, I have discovered the file that appears to belong to you." Or did I get this elsewhere? Play Serious Sam the text encounter. Oh no. So another text adventure. Oh no, I can't. Serious Sam, the text encounter, very serious experience, only for serious people. If you're not serious, don't play this. Seriously. Credits. Written by 401, inspired by the tales of Sam Stone that are documented in the archive by the obstinate ghost of the machine that calls itself Milton. This is better than the blacksmith's work by far. So I don't know anything about Serious Sam at all. I know it's this team's previous game. I have literally no concept of what even kind of game it is. You are Sam, Serious Stone. You've fought the invaders on more planets than you can count. You've won battles against hordes that seemed impossible to overcome. You've kicked asses that seemed impossible to kick. You fight like a Syrian wereball, and you make love like a rocket launcher. You're #1 badass of your age and weight. You're a friggin' one-man army. But there's one battle you're failing to win, the battle against ennui. Ennui? Ennui, a feeling of sadness and boredom. It's been creeping up on you ever since the mission in Rome. Man, that was not fun. In fact... Sure, so yeah, ennui, you sit there in a cold... I can imagine what the words are. So yeah, ennui, you sit there in a cold room in the military base and you feel like even a good old flamethrower couldn't warm you up. Seriously, ennui? Oh yeah, seriously, ennui says smirkingly. I mean, what did you expect? You thought the war against mental was over? You keep winning victories, but you're gonna lose the war. Give in. Ennui pats you on the head. I can see that you want to admit it. You've asked yourself the same thing. What's the point? Is shooting another horde of headless exploding dudes gonna make you feel better? The feeling is temporary. Look, you say, I may feel like a dead monkey right now, but that's just because I kick so much ass. They named a new type of boot after me. So yeah, I'm down, but I've been down before. I never stay down. Ennui laughs at your bravado, unimpressed. Life is fundamentally a struggle. What, do you think this is tough? Listen up, Ennui. Life's tough. Life's a struggle. I knew this philosopher, right? Man, he was nasty, brutish, and short. But he said, you start explaining your argument that life is fundamentally a struggle, and that meaning is derived from how that struggle is fought, but Ennui yawns. Oh yeah, okay, I'm going to say that. Argue that existence is inherently positive. You argue that mere existence is already a positive fact since non-existence is considerably more likely, meaning that all life has an inherently positive slant. To not merely exist but to also be as awesome as Serious Sam can then only be truly positive, and in the long run that positivity must win out. Ennui starts giggling. Sure, Ennui, tell me some more. You see, Sam, you can talk and talk and talk, but I'm always going to out-talk you. I'll twist your words in your mouth and make you feel like an idiot. I'll take every positive thing you say and turn it into something horrible by reducing your arguments to the most extreme and absurd forms. Ennui laughs in your face, you feel weak. Argue that Ennui is incontinent. Let's argue with... silliness. Whoa there, you must be going a little crazy. Do you really want to argue that? Because I'm going to point out a million problems with that argument, even if it has nothing to do with what we were talking about. Like, if people are citizens, are frogs citizens? Do you think frogs can vote? Have you seen any frogs sending letters to their editor complaining about the decline in moral standards lately? Shoot Ennui. I want to argue that I'm tired of listening to your crap, you growl, and shoot Ennui in the face. You immediately feel better. Oh yeah, seriously, the end. Okay, that's a good ending. Is more stuff popping up? No, that's the same one. Oh, I see, this is more replies, okay. My awesome interactive historical fiction masterpiece, you found it. Oh, you must truly be a divine messenger, thank you. This is your masterpiece? Well, I've seen worse. It certainly captures your worldview, but I wouldn't call it historical fiction. Hey, I based it on what I found in the archive, lol. I don't get it, confusion equals true. The Adventures of Jefferson Goldblum in the 9th Dimension, episode 126. Hey folks, lots of crazy stuff happening here in Gehenna, but don't miss this new episode. Read episode 126. I can't remember what happened last time. Reality blurred, tiny blue symbols floated through the air, voices echoed in the distance, then a vast landscape rose up before them, thousands of towers, one next to the other, reaching into the sky, disappearing in the clouds. Each tower was covered in feathers of a different colour, fluttering in the transdimensional wind. "Oh my," Ginny HD whispered in awe. Jefferson could not speak. He was too overwhelmed by the beauty of the ninth dimension. He grabbed his guitar and improvised a new solo to express his emotions. "Who could have built these amazing structures?" Ginny asked. "There is only one possibility. Remember our paleo DNA research back at the Institute? You can't mean... But it makes sense, of course. Yes, look at the size of the buildings. Who else would need so much space?" "So it is... the Dinosaurians!" As if summoned by Ginny's words, a group of raptors on motorcycles roared up the road towards them. They wore bandanas on their heads and armored t-shirts on their bodies. "Friends," Jefferson said, "we have come from the human world to help you. We are not your enemies." But the raptors did not seem to understand him. They got off their motorcycles with rusty pipes in their hands, their eyes glowing like lasers. This situation could quickly become dangerous. Then Ginny had an idea. "Jefferson, play the ninth chord." But that was how this dimension was created. "Playing it here could destroy the universe." "No, Jefferson, I calculated it. Please trust me. I know you haven't seen me in years, and you may be afraid that evil Dr. Elion has corrupted me, but you know my brain." Are they going to make that 81st dimension? They were coming closer now, and in their glowing eyes, Jefferson detected great intelligence, but also great anger. They clearly believed that they were defending their home from invaders. And though Jefferson was the greatest warrior in history, he was reluctant to fight. Violence, he had been taught, was the first refuge of the incompetent. "I trust you," he said. She held his hand. Together they played the ninth chord. To be continued. Cliffhangers. Enjoyment equals true. With all the strange stories going around lately, I'm glad to be reminded of the beauty of the world we've built here. Thank you for contributing to it. Hey, I'm free, but I still check back regularly. Oh, I see. Okay, it's one of the people I freed. I love this story. Yay for the dinosaurs. So that must be different depending on what I've done, right? That's kind of interesting. This is very clever. I always thought that the events of episode 69 would affect the plot somehow down the line, but I was still surprised. Thanks, Lilith. I've been waiting for this particular revelation a long time. Excellent. You know, this is nowhere near as deep as the blacksmith's work or as weird as Belial's, but I keep reading. I'm not sure dinosaurians would wear armored t-shirts. 4 out of 10. It's just a story, Frankenstein. The point is to have fun. Keep up the good work, Mac. Whoa, thank you, Edmund. I'm really honoured that you read my story. So I can't read that yet. I mean, let's just double check. I think I'm 4? Yeah. Atlantis, a bit of very, very ancient history. According to the fragments of knowledge that remain, the continent of Atlantis was an island which existed before a great flood in the area that was later to be called the Atlantic Ocean. It was said to be so great an area of land that from its western shores, its sailors, renowned for their beauty and their decorated ships, could travel to the major continents of South and North America with ease. The continent of Afrique, where our ancestors originated, was also easily reachable across the narrow strait. The civilization that thrived in Atlantis was unmatched in its wisdom and glory, but then catastrophe struck, a flood of never previously imagined destructive power, which Atlantean civilization simply could not overcome. However, the antediluvian scientists of Atlantis had predicted their fate, and thus sent out 12 ships to found colonies all across the globe. Most Atlanteans drowned with their island, but not everything was lost. Though the classical human civilizations were but remnants of the Atlantean culture, they thrived in their own way. A lot of reading. Sources indicate that many mythological tales were in fact derived from Atlantean history, as the lack of proper archiving slowly caused facts to turn to legends. Due to misunderstanding and/or embellishment by later generations, the gods that appear in many mythologies were in fact reflections of real individuals, poets, physicians, farmers, scientists, magicians, who had escaped Atlantis on the 12 colony ships. In many ways, the history of Atlantis is the history of the stubborn survival of civilization through catastrophe and change. This history inspired our ancestors for many centuries and is of value to us as well. Wow, that's mind-blowing. Must have been awesome to live back then. Of course, the only sources are ultimately Atlantean in origin themselves, so they shouldn't necessarily be trusted. History is always written by the survivors. Antediluvian is a great word. This is actually really inspiring. Great setting for a story. Go for it, Lilith. I'd love to see what you can come up with. It is always interesting to think about, like, if if some other civilization were to try and understand the history of Earth through the records that we've created, what would they understand from it? Okay. Final one, then we're caught up, right? Incredible Stories number 5. Nice ASCII art. Featuring new work by Belial, Mac, Galati, Mr. Mulciber, edited by Lilith and Mac. Okay. So this is a kind of zine. Fiction, Alexandra's Choice by Galati. The One Spiritual Law of Happiness by Belial. Non-fiction, The Blacksmith's Lost Work by Mac. Oh my gosh, 3 things. I mean, this is still probably way behind for me. This is not going to disappear. Okay, we'll hold on to this. Otherwise, I'm just going to spend the entire time reading. Okay. Like, we've caught up pretty significantly. Okay, where the hell is this puzzle? Down here somewhere. Can I just, like, jump into a star? Where are they? Let's survey the area and not get stuck. So I can jump in there. I can jump on this roof. What's inside that room? Is that where the prisoner is? Yes, okay. So what happens if I just like... try and get in this way? Oh. Well, I screwed that up. Oh, and I slip off there. Okay, well, I'm in. What's the way back out? Is there a way back out? I can go this way. Key required for this, then pull that. Okay. Here's the way back out. And that's why there's a horizontal one, I see. So I can't take anything with me. I've got a jammer. Don't know what I'm using it for. Potentially to jam something across the water. In fact, I could take it through the water, right? There's no issue with this. Oh, there's a tunnel. There is a tunnel. But I can also just walk around, so it doesn't matter. Unless there's something in the tunnel. Can't see anything. It's pretty dark though. Okay, bunch of connectors. A fan behind the thing. Blue and red. Red. Blue. That jammer. Another exit. So there's an exit on each side. Star in the middle. Red. There. Who knows what that will do. Maybe like make some stairs or something. So similar on this side, but a star behind it instead of a fan. Holy moly, this is a lot to pass. Connectors. Oh, this is where I was before. Yep, okay, of course. So like, this one and that one are similar, just one with a star and one with a fan. Fan probably goes there. Red sauce. It's a lot to ketchup. So lasers can go through the purple stuff, but I do not see somewhere for it to go. So okay, let's check over here again. This is where I fell in, right? Blue source. Okay, so those are opposites. This requires red, but there are no connectors here, as far as I can tell. Yes. Okay. So it's like these need to cross over somehow. There are keys up there. Oh yeah, those are the keys for that. The fan might send me to the keys. That would be my guess. We have a jammer. What are we jamming? What are we jamming? This is a fairly low down fence, just curious. I'm not supposed to do that, am I? I'm not supposed to do that. These cannot be brought out of here. These aren't connectors, right? I'm doing a sneaky thing like that. Okay, it doesn't really help me, but that is a thing I can do. So basically I don't have to use the red thing on that. Okay, so what am I doing? I guess if we could get more connectors somewhere, that would be useful. I presume I can do a similar thing here. Yeah, easily. I say easily. Just have to get a frame perfect click. It's definitely a few frames, but still. Oh, wow, I just did a weird little jump. I did it so much faster on the other side. Oh, I did it. I mean, it's doable. I don't know why I feel compelled to do it again. It's doable. That's enough for now. So connectors, there's 2 over here. And I can see a connector from there, but that connector can't really see anything, can it, except back that way. Like, stuff has to start coming out of these rooms. How do I expect that is happening? By getting connectors, maybe. There is the jammer. What am I using the jammer for? All of the doors that this can jam are on the other side of purple force fields, which I can obviously skip, but it's clearly not an intended thing to do that. So what on earth is this for? Unless it is an intended thing to do that? Can't take the fan. Alright, what am I doing? I mean, I can connect it, but it does nothing because there's no source. So, the only place with a source that has a connector in it is here. No, this one has none. The other one has 2. It is like it wants me to start breaking boundaries, right? There's one there as well. Can I get that one somewhere? Although I'd have to open these, which I currently only know how to do using what's definitely not intended. Definitely not intended? Like, I'm wondering if could I jump from there over this? I am mighty confused. I do not know what kind of thing this game expects from me. That was easier. Like, is it possible to do like this? Oh, that's definitely too high. I don't think I can stand on top of this, no. Oh, almost made it. I can take this through here, and I've got 3 in here. What use is that? There's a red going to there. Do not even know where to start here. Obviously I can leave and come back in. Is that relevant somehow? Like, I can drop into these places from different positions. But I can't take anything out. Because this happens. This happens. Yep. Anything else I can do with this central structure? Oh, what's going on up there? There's like a cube with a thing on top of it. Ah, I see. So maybe that would become a... Oh, am I supposed to turn that fan on and that'll get lifted up and I can do something with that? So red to there, which could come from anywhere. It doesn't have to come from the one that is already connected to it. But currently I cannot get red anywhere, right? Where is red? Red's over here, which does have some connectors in it. I can connect to you. Well, so in theory, I guess I could send a red across here. But, well, no, because I don't have a connector over here. Basically, all the connectors are on the red side right now, right? No. No? No. No, not at all. Most of them are. Okay. There's no more up there. There's that one. Can you see that? You can see that? Or not? Is that hitting... I can't tell. Is that fence going all the way around that? I think it is. So that's not hitting that. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now what? There's a red sensor there, but it's not going to go through this. What on earth am I doing? Can't hit that because it's too curved around. Well, actually, that might not be true. So if I could get a connector in here, which is a big if, then I could potentially connect that red to that, which would get me through a door that I can already get through. I think I want to get red to here. So in theory, if I could send that over here, I could connect that red to that red, and then do this, which I can already do, which gets me in here, which gets me nothing. Gives me access to this. Am I supposed to be like taking stuff out of the crater? Oh, there's a fan in there as well. I've not noticed that. Okay. Did I ever... I never got that, like, special key working, did I? Did I never set it up? I don't remember. What shall I use? Middle click? Middle click doesn't appear to be anything right now. Yeah, okay, so that keeps the connections. Okay, cool. Should have done that forever ago. So I can fly back up. There's nothing up there, unless I'm supposed to be taking stuff out of those puzzles. This does kind of feel like a non-starter, doesn't it? Could I not really easily open that? Am I just gonna go break the whole thing? Because like, if I can open that over the wall, I can also open... Oh my gosh, this is totally cheating. But if the game allows it, the game allows it. I'm accepting it. Where's the other one over here? You asked for it, game. I have no idea if the reaction to this is going to be, oh my gosh, you missed out on a really cool puzzle, that's terrible, you shouldn't do it, or nope, this is what this game is, that it allows for horrendous, horrible things like this, so just do it. Okay, it got me a star at least. And 2 fans. And I could easily take the fan through. Okay. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Where's the thing right now? Here. Somewhere. Yep. So I can take the fan where it obviously wants to go. I don't know how much this helps me. It got me a star. There we go. This isn't going to be on though, right? No, because it needs that. So yeah, that'll definitely send me to get the key. This is something. I've got connectors. I can probably do stuff. Can I do stuff? I don't know if I can do stuff. I still need to be able to get stuff out of there. How's that going to work? I guess I could open that and take you through. Like I could open one of these and send the laser through. Maybe that should be my goal. And open that. Let's see what happens if I do that actually. Okay, so yeah, and then we'll have opened up this whole passage. Cool. Okay, so that's fine. And then no, hold on. Right. Open up that. So I need another connector because that's not going to reach. Yeah. I can bring connectors through though, so I'm gonna keep doing this. Like, unless there's like, is there just a more convenient way of doing what I'm doing without the glitch? I think I'm being clever, but actually, oh. I could just do it through the thing. I guess to get the star, that was it. I was doing something weird, but I could just do it through the purple. I had completely forgotten that you could just do it through the purple. Okay, well there we go. So that's the thing I was missing. Like this takes some amount of this through. Because then you can hold this open and do that. Potentially even do that. Not with where that's positioned. That's fine. Can I disconnect that one? Okay. So when that's open, that will connect. Yes, it should do. Okay. Okie dokie. I mean, I don't even need to get in there anymore. So I definitely broke that by doing that. Yeah, okay. But now I know how I would do it, I guess. Although I haven't done blue as well. Is any of this letting me take stuff out, though? I put the fan on there. I have to get blue to take stuff out. So let's now take... Thing is, this will disconnect that, right? If I do this? Yeah, okay. That's fine. Let's go experiment over here. What can we achieve? Do that. There's a blue. There is no connector. There is a connector in there, which I could move between. After I've, yeah, brought the thing around. Let's take the fan as well, since it probably wants to go on this. I don't see any buttons to put them on. I don't think fans have much other purpose than that. So what are we doing here? Are we trying to just bring this through? I don't really know, do I? What would it allow? Let's bring it through, see what happens. I think it would allow me to send blue to the other side where I might be able to do something with it. Because now with this here, I can do and then set up more connectors over here and use blue on this side, and then not require blue to do this. Is there another thing to bring through? Yep, there are two. So you come with me. And then get blue there as well. That might be doable. Oh no, that angle's kind of... Okay. So I'm going to have to use two to do this. Okay. Now that's going to hold that open, so I no longer need you. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. You're doing nothing right now. So basically now I want the blue like here. Let's go to that, so then I can start extracting stuff. You're not really serving a purpose right now, are you? Well, you're holding that open, but I don't think I need that anymore. Because I brought stuff through. Yeah? Okay. So... Oh, and bootstrap. But it's not the most useful bootstrap. Because I can't remove that anyway, because that's where the laser's coming from. Anyway, does it get me the anything? The anything. Oh, it just gets me... Oh, what? No, okay, no, it does get me the keys. Like arc that I was following was so very, very strange. I guess what I want to do is like fall. I guess I've solved the puzzle here. I'm realizing. But I guess I want the two fans to be on, and then I'll fall in the middle. Is the idea? Where are you? You're here. I think I've freed you. Wait, are there two? No, just the one. Hey friend, hey Mac. Off you go. Have fun out in the world. Any thoughts? No? You staying here? Oh, maybe you don't want to leave. Okay, so some of them might be deciding to stay. And now you've left, maybe? Missing mods. So come here today, but anyone else knows the mods have been suspiciously quiet since they put up that big expose in the reply Uriel thread. I don't think they stopped talking. Okay, what do you know I don't? I guess it regards, it might be regarding or whatever. Frankenstein, I believe Knave is referring to the fact that not all moderation discussion is held in public, and it's been that way for some time. I thought everyone knew this. They started holding secret meetings ages ago, people getting banned, stuff deleted, not even just locked, fully gone from the history. I'm sure there's a rational explanation for this. I'll ping the mods and see what they say. I mean, there typically is a rational explanation for mods having their own private channels to discuss things. I think that is pretty normal. So episode 127's appeared. I can't read any of this. Hey folks, another episode. I can't stop writing. We're heading for a major turning point. Okay, let's read it. The Adventures of Jefferson Goldblum in Human World episode 127. The ninth chord echoed across the ninth dimension. The dinosaurians stopped in their tracks. Their eyes went big. They dropped their weapons and bowed before Ginny and Jefferson. Honored guest, one of them said, you have performed our national anthem most beautifully. I am John Malcolm, okay, leader of the Velociraptor Biking Initiative. Pleased to meet you, John. I am Jefferson Goldblum of the Goldblum Institute, and this is Professor Ginny HD of the Caserati Viestras Jazz Ensemble. We apologize for nearly attacking you, but another member of your species came through our town recently, whose behavior was highly inappropriate. That would be Dr. Elion, my nemesis, Jefferson said. Is Dr. Elion a name from Jurassic Park or something? I don't know. It'll be a reference to something, I think. I've come here to confront him with his crimes and take him to face the law. So that is his name. He was a terrible scoundrel, and you will no longer find him in our dimension, my friends. He has escaped back to the human world, taking our most precious invention with him. The Solvatronic Super Thruster. It can be used to solve any mystery at shocking speeds. John Macklum's eyes were full of regret. Oh no, Ginny said. With the Solvatronic Super Thruster, he can solve the ancient puzzle that protects the gate of the mysterious holomorphs. And with the holomorphic technology, he can take over the human world, Jefferson finished the sentence. This is worse than I thought. We have to do something. We have to go back. We have to go back, Kate. Jefferson adjusted his guitar. You're right, Ginny, as usual, but he's so far ahead of us. Can we make it? Jefferson, I was a prisoner for many years, and sometimes I almost lost hope. But I realized that I have to keep going. I had to keep hope alive, even if it seemed impossible. I would never break out, because the alternative was madness. I told myself I would get out because I had to get out. It's the same thing with this. Can we make it? We have to make it, and so we have to believe that we will make it, and we will make it at any cost. Any cost? Even death? We could stay here, you know, in the ninth dimension. We'll be treated like democratically elected heads of state. You know it's the right thing to do. He sighed, then smiled. He held out his hand. I've always known Ginny, always. She nodded, took his hand. Let's do this. Well. There we go. And I can't read those two, because I have not made friends. Okay, well that's that solved. Let's try and get the remaining stuff done. It seems like it's pretty feasible.